Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Muhammad Al Faisal here, and in this video, I'm going to be discussing the basic three foundational tips that you should follow, the three foundational concepts that you should rely on and you should build your daily schedule around in order to achieve the maximum efficiency and leverage the remaining time in your examination, whether it's a week, it's 5 days, it's a day, or even if you are in the midst of your examinations and they are going on, you probably have the exam span of around 2 weeks to a month or a 2 month, whatever it is, depending on your board or whatever it is and your subjects. So the tips I'm going to mention in this video, they actually worked for me the past year in my O3 examinations, in my O-level examinations, and they have gotten me 3 A stars and 5 A's, and I've literally been able to reiterate, revise the entire syllabus with past paper practice in a matter of a week. So I was able to jump from a C and a B grade in my mocks to 3 A stars and 5 A's in my CAIE examinations. And I assure you that if you are able to follow and implement these tips in your daily schedule from now on, then there's nothing that can stop you from jumping from, let's say, a C grade to an A grade or a B grade to an A star. It could perfectly be done, as it is proven by my own self, and some friends that have implemented this, they have also given me feedback that this method works a lot, and it's actually just basics. So we're going to go over them, and we're going to quickly just try to incorporate them in our daily schedule, and we should see perfect progress with our studies. We should be able to leverage, we should be able to do much more work, 10 times more work in lesser time if you use this properly. So without any delay, let's just get straight into it. So the first tip here is to not interfere and put up a battle against your body. Your circadian rhythm is your personal body clock, which is embedded in your DNA since the day you were born, and it was reinforced over and over again over the years as you slept, and based on your sleep cycle, it's basically a rhythm that if you go against it, is going to work against you. If you force your body to work against your harmonic circadian rhythm, then it will diminish your productivity to a great extent and reduce your efficiency, and you will feel lethargic the entire day, and you will feel tired over and over again. You will not feel like studying, and that's exactly what we're trying to eliminate here. The actionable step here is to not force yourself to sleep at a time which you're not used to. So let's just say you are an early bird, you like to sleep, you have slept for, let's say, 3 to 4 years, you have a habit of sleeping at 9 p.m. and waking up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m., then we should sleep at the same time. But if you sleep, let's say, if you're a night owl, you like to stay awake the entire night, even though that's not a good thing, that's a topic for discussion for another video. But if you like to sleep at the morning, let's say 7 a.m., and you wake up around from 11 to 12 p.m. In the day, then the best method right now is to not switch that to sleeping early and waking up early, because that's a habit fix that you will have to follow for 21 days at least, and you should have to build that habit when you're not having your exams. That's something for later. So right now, if you're trying to flip your entire sleep schedule within a matter of a day or a week, then that's just going to deteriorate your progress. So the best step before your exams is to sleep at the same time that you have slept for and that you like sleeping in, because that's your circadian rhythm, and you should not disturb your body clock. We should not interfere with it. So if you are a night owl, you like to stay awake at the night, then no need to sleep and force yourself to sleep at night just in hopes of getting good progress, because that's just a myth. So if you like to sleep in the morning and if you like to wake up late, then that's perfectly fine for now. And during the entire examination period, prioritize sleeping at the same time that you like to sleep, and prioritize around 6 to 8 hours of sleep at least if you want to feel productive the rest of the day. The second tip I have is to focus more on problem solving than theory and syllabus. Now, this is a mistake that a lot of students make. I personally have made this as well in my midterm examinations. And what this does is we feel like we are actually gaining progress, but it's actually diminishing and negatively affecting our progress. What I mean by that is, especially in the A-level examinations, we all know about this fact and we all agree on it, that the syllabus and the past papers are different dimensions. If the syllabus is a 2-dimension thing, then the past papers are a 3D or a 4D thing, and it's basically 2 to 3 levels of difficulty higher. And if you like literally sit down and memorize the entire syllabus, and you sit down to do the past paper, then there's no way that you're able to solve it. There's no way that you're able to get an A grade in the first go. So the best method right now, if you have a week or so remaining in examinations, or even if you're in the middle of your examinations and you have some left, and you have some most students right now have a gap for 3 to 4 days after each examination in the CAIE board exams. There's some back-to-back examinations as well, but no matter how much time you have left, from now on, prioritize doing problem solving. What that means is that no need to revise the syllabus, no need to revise the resources, no need to write down the notes right now, no need to watch lectures for that, hour-long lectures in fact. What you should do at least 4 past papers each day, to a maximum of 8 past papers if you're able to do it. And what you should do half of them, do 2 past papers open book. So you're doing a past paper, if you know the answer to a question, you answer it. If you do not know the answer to a question, you do not refer to the mark scheme, but you can open your resources, you can open your notes, you can open any random Google search, you can run a Google search and find out the answer, not exactly, not directly, but trying to make the logic yourself, because many questions are interconnected. So you have to open your notes, identify a pattern that a question is following, and you have to make up the answer yourself inside your brain. If you make up the answer inside your brain, you will actually be training it to actually creating and crafting an answer when you're actually in exam conditions, and that will help you a lot when you're actually sitting in the actual exam. So from now on, prioritize problem solving. Do at least 4 past papers a day, maximum of 8. And if you still don't have a grip on the syllabus, then do half of them, let's say half of them open book. You can refer to your notes when you do not need the answer to a question, and do the rest of them with a timer in actual exam conditions, and similar exam conditions. And you will notice that 2 to 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 7 days, you will notice an obvious difference, and you will actually be going a grade higher every time. So let's just say today is the day 1 and you are standing on a C grade. If you implement this method along with good sleep, which you mentioned before, if you implement this method, then you will see that you're going from a C grade to a B grade, then an A grade. And that's actually visible progress that I myself saw in my O-level examinations. So this is a very, very, very important tip, and you should not neglect it. So from now on, just focus on past papers. If you do not know the answer to a question, it's totally fine to look into your notes, not the mark scheme, but the notes. Refer to them and be able to solve the question. And when you feel like that you are able to solve the questions yourself and you're relying less on your notes, then you can switch completely to just doing the similar exam condition timer-based practice. The third tip I have is basically a group of, let's just say, a group of sub-tips that when joined together, it could maximize and leverage the time you have left. So if you're studying right now around 6 hours a day, then you will be able to study 12 hours a day if you are able to achieve whatever I'm going to just mention. So the first here is to reduce the intake of processed foods, reduce the intake of junk food, because when we eat something that's heavy, that's high in carbohydrates, that's high in fat, then our digestive system, it takes a lot of time to digest that, and it takes a lot of energy. So if you eat such heavy foods, especially during your exams, then you will lose around 30 to 60 minutes in your day, or maybe more, in digesting that. And you will feel tired, you'll feel lethargic, and you'll feel like not studying. That would feel, studying would feel very intimidating to you, and you will basically like to lie down and sleep. And that's basically because of the foods you're consuming. So prioritize the intake of fruits and milk and light stuff for eating that would help you digest the stuff much more easily and would reduce the intake of energy by our stomach and be able to channelize that surplus energy to our brain so that we are able to study much more efficiently. This can save you an hour or two in the day. Moreover, other than that, I have just one tip: lock away your phone. Give it to a relative or put it inside a locker and just vanish. You could use your phone when you wake up just to check your, let's just say some people are enrolled in groups and online classes. So what you should do in this situation is to use your laptop primarily for studying online and making a new user account so that you do not have any sort of distraction, you are not logged in into any social media, you do not have any extra files in front of you that would be able to distract you, just your studies. And lock away your phone. Your phone should not be in front of you the entire day, and you could use it in the night to check your messages or anything, your updates, notifications, etc. And in the beginning of the day to just catch up with the entire stuff. So I'm not going to elaborate on this further. We all know what's happening. We all know how this thing drains our energy and our time. And that's just a topic for another video, how it does that. But for now, just know that lock away your phone. Banish it in front of your eyes. You should not have the option available to pick up a phone and use it in the midst of studying. And if you're studying online, then make sure you have a new user account on your laptop without any distractions, without any extra files, without any social media logged in, and so that you can focus specifically on your studies only. Now, these are the entire tips that I had, and these sound simple enough, and you may be even disappointed. You may be looking for some present or a plan or something. But to be honest, I just guarantee that if you're able to follow this, then you have a high chance of getting 2 grades higher within a week. So if you're standing at a C right now, you could get an A. If you're standing at a B right now, you could get an A star. So in conclusion, the first tip is to not interfere with the sleep cycle. Sleep when you like to sleep, and sleep for at least 6 to 8 hours. The second tip is to focus more on problem solving. And if you have not completed the syllabus yet, if you do not know some stuff, if there's some things left for memorization, then do not memorize them. Do not watch lectures. Do not memorize the notes or resources. Solve the past papers. Solve the problems. And if you are unable to solve them, open your notes, make the logic inside your brain, write then and there, and then solve the question. That will improve your neural capability to cope up in the exam situation. And when you feel like you're getting good and you're relying less and less on your notes, and you don't need to check them again and again when solving the past paper, then just put up a timer, put yourself in similar exam conditions, and solve them. And finally, the last tip is to lock away your phone, non-negotiable, and fix your eating habits. Prioritize the intake of fruits for putting less load on your digestive system and to maximize the energy that reaches your brain. So that's for that, and I hope that all these tips you are able to implement, and this would help you get maximum efficiency, and you're able to leverage the remaining days in the exams. Or even if your exams have begun, we should use the schedule to maximize your efficiency. And when you're done with that, I hope and I give all of you the best of luck for your examinations. Thanks for watching this video. There's more to come, and over and out.